welcome to today's edition of Denver Speakers Corner. And we meet here at Denver Civic Center Park at 4 o'clock every Sunday afternoon. We're on Colfax, right across the street from the Denver newspaper agency. We're under this wonderful covered pavilion. So this goes rain or shine every Sunday at 4 o'clock. We're hoping to make this into a Denver institution, just like Speakers Corner in Hyde Park in London. Our inspiration was the Denver People's Fair, who's done something very similar to this for the last couple of years. We asked speakers to take 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever they'd like to talk about the candidate, the cause, the issue, the concern that's on their mind. And it's open to everybody. If you RSVP on our website, you can get on the list first, or if you just show up at 3:30, you can get on the list right here, and no need to RSVP. It's free and open to everybody, and our purpose is to try to magnify the voice of the common person. You know, sometimes in large media, the voice of the average person kind of gets squeezed out. But we'd also like to invite any candidates that are running for political office. Sometimes they show up, and we love to hear from them, or people in their campaign that would like to speak on their behalf. And our first speaker is coming up now, and he has got a candidate that he's going to speak to you about. So welcome to Denver Speakers Corner. Tell us who you are.
Thank you. My name's Thomas Cavanis. I live here in Denver, Colorado. I guess I'm going to talk about Jared Polis first. He is the Democratic nominee for Congress to the U.S. In Colorado's 2nd Congressional District. He won against Will Shafroth, who's a career conservationist, and Joan Fitzgerald, who's a career politician. Jared is really unique because he's 33 years old. He's a young entrepreneur. He's used his money to do a lot of good things, including starting charter schools for homeless youth and new immigrant children to teach them English for free and work around their work schedules. He stands for a lot of issues that I stand for. I can identify with Jared because as a GLBTQ individual, I think it's important for me to have someone elected to the House of Representatives that can understand what I go through. Jared is an openly gay man, and he will be the first openly gay person elected to Congress in November, which is such an inspiration. When he accepted the Democratic nomination, he and his partner Marlon came out and they were holding hands, and I just started crying, which is really a great moment in time. It's a great piece of history. I think it's really important to be involved in politics. I try to engage students at Johnson & Wales University in politics and try to just let them be educated on the issues and have them register to vote. I don't really care who they vote for so long as they vote and they're educated. I'm also planning on running for president in 2032. So remember me, Thomas Cavanis, yeah.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Speakers Corner. I know how to clear a room. Thank you. Where to begin? I've got so much to say in so little time. I'd like to say that we have a lot of problems in our government, but there's nothing that we can't fix. We need to, however, get the people involved. We need to have a clear idea of what's wrong and how it can be fixed. And one of the things that needs to be fixed is our tax code. Right now, our federal government allows lawyers to write our tax code and give those tax codes to our representatives to include them in our tax code. With that tax code that they hand them, they give them a check. Now, we would call this bribery. However, they call it campaign donations. And where do those lines of tax code come from but from businesses? A business says, hey, we're about to make a really big deal, make a lot of money, and we're going to owe a lot of taxes. So let's get a lobbyist to write a line of tax code so that we don't have to pay taxes. And they do it. If they owe $5 million in taxes, they pay $1 million to a lobbyist. The lobbyist shares it with our representative in Congress, and they don't have to pay taxes.
So what's an example of that? What's that?
Oh my God, ABC, NBC, CBS, all three of them do it. It is absolutely proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that they don't pay taxes. We pay their taxes for them. Thank you very much. I hope to someday face this issue and beat it like a red-headed stepchild. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Keith, and I'm here to speak about a variety of issues. One of them just being the issues themselves and how we come to these issues. This year is an election year, and we have two candidates running for president, and they're coming from two absolutely opposing viewpoints. And I think that's good. It's good for the country, and I'm hoping that this election there's been enough interest generated that people will be voting. Mr. Barack Obama has generated a ton of interest among his followers because he's a fresh face, he's young, and he's got maybe some new ideas. That is yet to be determined. Whereas Mr. John McCain is kind of old school, but it's the ideologies that both of these men represent. And one is coming from a liberal base, one's coming from a conservative base, and there seems to be some opposing views there, and that's good. And I'm hoping that through these opposing viewpoints, the interest of the people will be piqued. It has got to be, because I forget, somebody said, I don't know who I'm quoting here, but they said, we deserve the leaders that we get. And if the people are apathetic and do not vote, then the men who get elected are going to be the men who cause a lot of problems. As my friend JJ had just got through pointing out, there's a lot of laws that these lawmakers are passing that are passed as a result of a lot of money, and that's a lot of scandal, and it needs to be talked about. My point today is this: where do we get our viewpoints? Who determines what is right or wrong? Why is it that my opinion should be exalted against your opinion? And what is the core values that decide, or what is my worldview on certain issues? Issues like abortion. Abortion is a very hot topic in the election, and it has been ever since 1973, when the United States passed the law that made abortion illegal. And now it comes up as a campaign question on both the Republican side and both the Democratic. They both have platforms that deal with that issue. There are other issues that need to be dealt with also, and we need to look at what makes these issues right or wrong, what makes abortion right, what makes it wrong, and the opinion that says that it's okay to kill a child, or the opinion that says no, that is wrong. We cannot do that for any reason, for any excuse. And I've got an opinion on that, and what I want to do is, as we get more people involved here and we get more people in the audience that can challenge and say, well, why do you think abortion is wrong, and what is your opinion? And we can have a lively debate on these issues and on what it is that these candidates stand for and why it is that we're electing one man over and against another man. So as we continue these every week, stay tuned, and we will address these issues on a deeper level as we keep going. So same time, same channel next week.